welcome to my channel, One Hill of a Life. Today we're going to be talking about my 2025 Q2 read recap. So this is everything that I read from the months of April, May, and June. So let's just dive in. So for the month of April, I read 3 books, 2 physical, 1 audio. So my first physical book was my book club book for the month, which was Ellie and the Harp Maker by Hazel Pryor. And then I jumped into an audiobook, so I listened to The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. And then once I finished that, I jumped into Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. This was my first Agatha Christie book. It took me about 4 or 5 days to read it. Went really quick. I really enjoyed it. It was a must read. I had never read Agatha Christie, so I think she's going to start hopefully being in my repertoire to read every once in a while. Then diving into May. So for May, I read 4 physical books, starting with Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. If you were here for my book haul, you'll know that this came apart from that book haul. It was really good, real quick. I didn't enjoy this one as much. A lot more plot wasn't as solid as it could have been, but it was a fun read, and which I then read One Dark Window by Rachel Gellig, and I followed that up with Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gellig. So I read the Shepherd King series duology. I really enjoyed these. These were a great, unique fantasy series. Just well worth it for me. And I followed that. I ended the month by reading my book club book, which was Crow Mary by Kathleen Grissom. We actually, for our discussion, we got to have a Zoom conference call with the author, and she is a lovely human being. I think our next book, moving into July, is another one of her books. We enjoyed it that much. So moving on into June. So as of right now, for June, I have finished 5 books, and I've got 2 works in progress, because it's not July 1st yet as I'm filming this. This should go up on July 1st, so I still have a few days for the books that I am going through. So getting started, I've read 3 physical books, I have 3 digital books, and 1 audio book. So the first regular book, physical book that I read was for book club, and it was Just a Regular Boy by Kathleen Ryan Hyde, it'll be up here. Which that was a really good book, steps out. The writing style kept me engaged and moving forward. I read that one fairly quick. Then we started Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. So starting into the Throne of Glass series. So this is the first book. I've read it. I'll have to get the next ones. Enjoyed it so far. And then we went on vacation. And while on vacation, I began the Dream Harbor series by Laurie Gilmore. So this includes the books that I read were The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and The Christmas Tree Farm. Those each took me maybe a day or 2 to read. Very quick, very light for me. Really enjoyed them. I used my library app in order to read those. And then now I have 2 works in progress. So the first work in progress is Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Probably not going to get this one done before July 1st, but very dense. It's a stream of consciousness. It's a little harder. I'm taking it in chunks every day, a little bit every day. And then I am listening to The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. This I might be able to finish. Since it's audio, I can listen to it a little faster. I can do other things while I listen, like laundry and dishes and make dinner. So hopefully we'll get Two Towers read. We'll have to come back for Q3, or maybe I'll do an update in July if I got these done before the end of the month. So looking at it, that's a total of 12 finished books and 2 books in progress for the second quarter of 2025. In case you missed it, I will link my 2025 Q1 read recap for you. And I forgot to check how many that puts me at for the whole year so far, so come back and I'll have to make an update on that one. But just thank you for being here. If you want, in the description, in the comments down below, please include books that you've read over the last 3 months that really you want to share with others or think would be fun to read. And I will see you in the next one.